Hello and welcome. If you are a keen watcher of international politics, and if you are particularly interested in African politics, you might have realized that the most populous black nation in the whole world went to the polls on the 25th day of the month of February 2023 to elect for themselves a president and governors for their over 30 states. Over the years since Nigeria ushered in the 1999 Federal Republican Constitution, all the elections that have been conducted has been fiercely contested by political parties. But to be honest with you, it has always been a two-horse race between the two major political parties that are in the country. I'm referring to the People's Democratic Party (PDP) and the All People's Congress (APC), that is the party that is currently in office. In today's video, we are going to explore and explain to you that there is a new kid in the block in the 2023 presidential election. This new kid is introducing dynamism and youthful exuberance into the body politic of Nigeria. He has taken the whole political landscape by storm and has made massive impact in the Nigerian political landscape. And I know after the 2023 elections, Nigerian politics will never remain the same. If you are interested in this content and many more stories like this, why don't you click on the subscribe button and the notification bell so that when we release a video, you'll be notified about it and you'll be able to learn more about the life stories of individuals that have made impact in society. So please sit down, relax as we begin. Peter Gregory Obi was born in Onitsha on the 19th of July 1961 in the Anambra state of Nigeria. He is a Nigerian businessman and politician who entered the political landscape right from 2003. Peter Gregory Obi was governor of Anambra State from March to November of 2006, from February to May of 2007, and from June of 2007 to March of 2014. He later filed his nomination to contest for president under the ticket of the Labour Party. Early life and education. Peter Gregory Obi was born in Onitsha in Anambra State on the 19th of July 1961 to a devout Christian family. He started his secondary education in Christ the King Secondary School, where he graduated successfully. He gained admission into the University of Nigeria between 1980 and 1984, where he graduated with a Bachelor of Arts honorary degree in philosophy. Apart from the Bachelor of Arts degree that he obtained from the University of Nigeria, Peter Obi still went further to acquire several business executives from the following schools: Lagos Business School, Columbia Business School, Harvard Business School, London School of Economics, the International Institute for Management Development, Kellogg School of Management of Northwest University, Said Business School of the Oxford University, and the George Business School of Cambridge University. Before Peter Obi ventured into politics, he was an astute businessman and he held several leadership positions in the businesses that he was in charge. Among those businesses include the following: Next International Nigeria, Chairman and Director of Guardian Express Mortgage Bank, Guardian Express Bank PLC, Future View Securities Limited, Paymaster Nigeria Limited, Champs Nigeria Limited, Data Corporation Limited, and then Quad Card Nigeria Limited. Peter Obi is also on record to be the youngest chairman of the Fidelity Bank PLC. Gubernatorial tenure and vice presidential candidacy. First term. Peter Gregory Obi came to the limelight in the year 2003 when he contested to become governor of the Anambra State in the Federal Republic of Nigeria. He contested under the name of a political party, All Progressive Grand Alliance. His opponent, Chris Ngenge of the People's Democratic Party (PDP), was rather declared as the winner by the Electoral Governing Board (INEC) of Nigeria. When the opponent of Peter Obi was declared as the winner of the elections in 2003, he went to court, and after nearly 3 years of litigation, he was finally declared as the winner of that same election on the 15th of March 2006. 2 days later, on the 17th of March 2006 of the same year, Peter Obi took over as governor of Anambra State. Unfortunately, on the 2nd of November of the same year 2006, Peter Obi was impeached by the State House of Assembly. He was therefore succeeded by his deputy, Virginia Etiaba, who took over from him as the governor. When Virginia Etiaba took over as governor of Anambra State, she made history, becoming the first woman ever in the history of Nigeria to occupy the high position of governor. After his impeachment, Peter Obi went back to court to challenge his impeachment procedure. The court therefore found that the State House of Assembly erred and therefore ordered on the 9th of February 2007 that Peter Obi be reinstated back to office as the governor of Anambra State. After the court ruling, Virginia Etiaba handed over power to Peter Obi to continue his tenure as governor of Anambra State. On the 29th of May 2007, 3 months after the court reinstated Peter Obi as governor of Anambra State, he left office once again. This time around, there was a fresh election that was conducted. The opponent of Peter Obi in that particular election, Andy Uba, was declared as the winner of the elections by the Nigerian Electoral Commission. Therefore, Andy Uba became the governor of Anambra State. When Andy Uba, the opponent of Peter Obi, was declared as the winner of the elections in 2007, Peter Obi went back to court again. This time around, his argument was that he was not given the opportunity to serve his full 4 years when he won the elections in 2003. He argued that his tenure only started in 2006. So since he started in 2006, the court should grant him relief so that he will remain in office until 2010. By that time, he might have exhausted all his 4 years mandate that he had received from the good people of Anambra. The court therefore upheld the arguments of Peter Obi, setting aside the elections and annulling the results, and declared Peter Obi still as the governor of Anambra State, since he had not yet exhausted his entire tenure of 4 years. So Peter Obi was supposed to be in office until 2010, meaning from March of 2006 that he took over till March of 2010, and that will be exactly 4 years before elections could be conducted in Anambra State. The courts upheld his argument, and Peter Obi went back to Anambra and continued to be in office as the governor of the state. That's incredible. This ruling was so significant because the litigation went as far as the Supreme Court, and this decision was not given by any mean court, but the Supreme Court of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. Second term. After Peter Gregory Obi exhausted his first 4 years that served as his first term, he had to go for re-elections in February of 2010. In 2010, however, he contested elections and won decisively. He was declared as the winner of the elections on the 7th of February 2010. So he had a full 4-year tenure to run. He beat his closest opponent, Professor Charles Chukwuma, who was a former governor of Anambra State. Peter Obi continued to become governor of Anambra State until his tenure expired in 2014. On the 17th of March 2014, after exhausting his entire 4 years, he handed over power to the new governor known as Wele Obiano. After he handed over power in 2014, Peter Obi became a national political figure. He gained a new status as an advocate for good governance. He also became a national political figure after he decamped from the All Progressives Grand Alliance to the People Democratic Party, PDP. After the 2015 general elections, the president of the day, Goodluck Jonathan, appointed Peter Gregory Obi to become the chairman of the Nigerian Securities and Exchanges Commission, SEC. 2019 presidential elections. In the 2019 general elections, Peter Gregory Obi was nominated and named as the running mate to the presidential candidate of the People's Democratic Party, PDP, on the 12th of October 2018. Peter Obi was a notable figure in the political race because he had already done a lot of things in Anambra State and people's eyes were on him. Peter Obi made a very strong case against proposals for a standardized national minimum wage. He argued that all states were not equal and therefore every state should be allowed to be able to determine what their minimum wages should be, instead of having a blanket national minimum wage that cut across all the Federal Republic of Nigeria. Unfortunately, After the 2019 general elections, the candidature of Atiku Abubakar and his vice presidential candidate Peter Gregory Obi came second. They lost the elections to the incumbent president Muhammadu Buhari. 2023 presidential candidacy. On the 24th of March 2022, Peter Gregory Obi declared his intention to contest for president under the ticket of the People's Democratic Party (PDP). His former boss Atiku Abubakar, who contested with him in 2019, where he was his vice presidential candidate. As time went on, Peter Obi withdrew from the race and said he was no longer interested in contesting to become the leader of the People's Democratic Party into the elections, citing massive bribery and vote buying by delegates in the presidential primary. He therefore pulled out of the contest and decided to even tender in his resignation. He officially resigned from the People's Democratic Party and joined the Labour Party. His intentions were to lead the Labour Party into the presidential elections. It is on record that Peter Obi is not the founder of the party, but his decision to join the party gave it a major boost. In his resignation letter on the 24th of May 2022, Peter Obi claimed that there was a clique within the PDP that were ganging up and conspiring against him. When Peter Gregory Obi defected from the PDP and refused to join the APC, which was another major political party, and rather decided to join a lesser-known party known as the Labour Party, he drew a lot of attention to himself because this particular move resembled the likes of Emmanuel Macron of France, who also became a political figure coming from nowhere to win the presidential elections. Even when President Macron came to Lagos, Peter Obi was part of the delegation that welcomed him to the country. He admitted that he has a lot of admiration for Emmanuel Macron of France. The Obedient Movement. The ardent supporters of Peter Gregory Obi have nicknamed themselves Obedience. Undoubtedly, the youth of Nigeria remain the greatest supporters of Peter Gregory Obi. The youth use social media, protests and street marches to be able to galvanize their colleagues to support the agenda of bringing about change. Many of the youth contend that they are tired of the duopoly of the APC and the PDP, and they therefore want another force that will come into the political landscape to create a political tsunami. They see that hope in the ideologies of Peter Obi. That is why celebrities like Falz the Bad Guy, Aisha Yusufu of #BringBackOurGirls, and other social commentators and other social media influencers who were part of the #EndSARS joined into the bandwagon. They joined into the fray, campaigning for Peter Gregory Obi to contest to become president because they believe in his ideology. What therefore is the ideology of Peter Gregory Obi? He believes in frugality and prudent economic management. He does not believe in consumerism and using state resources extravagantly. He believes in the culture of savings, economic production instead of importation, and a taste for foreign goods. When Peter Obi was in Anambra State, many of the youth make references to the savings culture that he was able to inculcate in that place and the results that he was able to obtain. And they believe that when he becomes the president of Nigeria, he'll be able to replicate the same thing. Many social commentators and political pundits argue that the reason why Peter Obi's political candidature attracts mostly the youth is because people are simply fed up with the duopoly of the two main political parties in Nigeria, and they see him as a better option. Others also believe that the core message of Peter Gregory Obi, which is accountability and frugality with economic resource management, is the key reason why he has turned a little-known political party into a strong movement of young people that are taking the Nigerian political landscape by storm. Selection of running mate. On the 8th of July 2022, Peter Gregory Obi named Yusuf Date Baba Rahman as his running mate entering into these political elections. Baba Rahman is a known senator in the Federal Republic of Nigeria. Awards and honors. Peter Gregory Obi have had the privilege of receiving so many honors and awards throughout his entire political career. Most of the things he also achieved were also as a result of his personal work as a businessman. Notable among the numerous awards and honors that he received include, but not limited to, the following: The Sun's Man of the Year 2007. This day's most prudent governor in Nigeria 2009. Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation Best Performing Governor on Immunization in the Southeast of Nigeria 2012. Silverbirds Man of the Year 2013. Distinguished Alumnus Award Lagos Business School Alumnus Association 2014. Nigerian Library Association Golden Merit Award 2014. Pontifical Equestrian Order of St. Sylvester Pope and Mater. Roman Catholic Archdiocese of Onitsha Golden Jubilee Award 2015. This day's Governor of the Decade 2020. Leadership Excellence Award Man of the Year. Going into the 25th of February 2023 elections, a lot of people were tipping that Peter Gregory Obi will emerge as the President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. Apart from these honors and awards that he has received in his individual capacity as a businessman and also in his capacity as governor of Anambra State, he has also had a lot of achievements when he was governor of that particular state. If I'm going to start listing the awards and the honors as well as his achievements when he was in Anambra State, we may not be able to finish watching this video. Unfortunately, on the 28th day of the month of February 2023, INEC declared Ahmed Bola Tinubu of the All People's Congress APC as the president-elect of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. It also went further to state that Atiku Abubakar of the People's Democratic Party PDP emerged second. This also means that Peter Gregory Obi, who contested under the ticket of the Labour Party, emerged as the third candidate. Social commentators and political pundits have criticized the outcome of the results, citing a lot of electoral irregularities as well as rigging in the electoral process. Others have also kept the blame on the doorstep of INEC because they believe that the process of election results transmission has been fraught with a lot of challenges. They believe that when it was agreed that transmission of electoral results to be done electronically so that it can be tracked, that way there will be transparency in the whole electoral process. The INEC found a way of saying that the system was not functioning, so they therefore had to manually transmit the results. They claim that as a result of the manual transmission of the results, anything could have happened to the figures. So they are therefore calling for a rerun of the Nigerian 2023 presidential election. Whatever the case may be, one thing I can be very sure is that from the track record of Peter Gregory Obi, he is not one person who will sit down for his fundamental human rights to be trampled upon. I believe sincerely that he knows the right thing to do. Since he is already a product of the law courts, I know if he feels aggrieved about the election results, he knows exactly what to do, and he has already done it in the past. Thank you very much if you have stayed and watched this story up to this very time. I know you have enjoyed it, and I know you have learned so many things. Peter Gregory Obi has demonstrated that you can be very incorruptible in a country that is fraught with a lot of corruption. He has also demonstrated that you can be a very upright government. You can develop your country without borrowing excessively and landing yourself into unsustainable levels. Peter Gregory Obi has also demonstrated that anytime you feel like your fundamental human rights has been trampled upon, the law courts are the way to go. He has benefited massively from the law courts, and democracy has been strengthened more in the West African country of Nigeria. If you are new to this channel, please click on the subscribe button and the notification bell so that when we produce a video like this next time, you'll be able to benefit from it. Thank you very much for watching, and see you again next time. Bye bye from here, and thank you very much for watching.